Power comes back and then goes away again. And you're getting to have a little bit of time with Power. How does it feel for your character? Where is your character at when we come back in season 2?
Charlie embarks on her own journey. She literally splits from everybody. Just a lot of obviously bad things happen, and she just needs to do some soul searching. So she takes off, and it's pretty fun. And completely on her own, she has to rely on everything that Miles has taught her, and as far as fighting and just through her experiences, rely on her wits to get through certain situations. And it's been pretty cool. That is a really cool phone case. I'm sorry. That's the cutest thing ever. Sorry. I was like, what phone is that? Got it. Sorry.
One of the things I love about Charlie, she was always the character to me that somebody said, let's just do this. But we can't do that. We've got to do this. Always kind of bringing people back and saying, look, we're not savages here.
Right.
You know, I like that she had a strong moral sense.
Yeah, and I love the fact that she's so, she's stubborn, sometimes to a fault, but she does what she believes to be right, and I think that's a really cool thing to have in a personality. People can get swayed by other people and be influenced by things, and Charlie just won't. She goes based on what she knows, and whether what she knows will lead her into something that gets her into trouble or not, she'll always stick to that. And I would agree and thank you. And it's fun. For sure.
Can you tell us about any new relationships Charlie has coming up, since it kind of seems like the last one was kind of dead?
Talking about her breakups, it's so sad. She gets to, we'll see, you guys will kind of see going forward, but she's still kind of emotionally damaged by what's happened, that bonding with somebody and letting somebody in again is not something that's going to be in her agenda in the next little while. So she definitely does interact with, men. but as far as, a relationship and all that stuff goes, she's just this part of this year from so far, from what I've read. She's battling, as she was at the end of season 1, she's battling with her moral compass and what's really right, what's wrong, and the choices that she's made by sticking to her guns and doing the right thing. Have gotten people killed or have whatever, and so there's a lot of kind of sorting through that before she attaches to
it also kind of extends to where we left Charlie because you search for each other, then you found each other, and then obviously you have very different views on how to deal with all these problems.
Right.
Left at the end of the season, there was clearly a lot of disconnect, but I think a lot of that is Charlie recognizing that her views are different than Rachel's, and they when the drone starts flying behind, who am I?
Yeah. For sure, and I mean, and if you really think about it, Rachel left when Charlie was still pretty young, and a lot of things happened between that. So she doesn't really, and then she finds out that all her parents are up to all these other things. She doesn't really. I think there's a big part of her that feels that she doesn't really know these people anymore. And the one person that she does know and trusts and loves and relies on is Miles, and he's the one person for her that she's still got left that she do anything for. But outside of that, there's really not a whole lot that anybody can do to her anymore because she's kind of lost everything. And for me, it's been really cool to get to do that, to get to take her from this place of vulnerability and being naive and making some bad choices at points. And I think those are really important to have in there to watch the growth happen to the end of the year, and then now going into season 2 with all the knowledge and all the things that happened to develop further. So it's been really fun. But yeah, her and Rachel, I don't know. I just can't see that ending. But me.
On the flip side, I think Charlie was huge in bringing Miles back into being a human being again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think in the Love Boat episode in season 1, at the end of the episode, and that's kind of what the whole episode was about, is he was going back into his dark place and she brought him back, and at the end he thanks her because he realizes he doesn't want to be that guy anymore. That's why he got out of everything. He didn't want to go to that really dark place, and he just had he had nobody to help him through that, to love him enough to get him out of that darkness. And Charlie does. She adores him, and he adores her. And it's really great to watch that love happen in that relationship grow to the way it has. It's a really sweet scene that and I hope stays in. But there's a scene where they say goodbye when Charlie leaves, and I mean it was really fun to shoot. It was loads of energy. It was, it was
No, I mean,
your favorite moment of last season?
it's a gift. Because,
as far as
From
behind the scenes of the character.
so my last show had 2 characters.
I don't know. I think
Were literally in every season.
I couldn't just pinpoint anything right now. Honestly,
And when you're
so much
when you're busting
happened.
out, like,
It's like, I feel like every episode was just so all of our episodes were just so crazy. I honestly can pick a one thing, but the changes that happened. I mean, I think a big epic change for her was when Danny
so it's like
lost. So it's not a favorite moment, obviously, but it's a moment that changed everything for Charlie going forward, and the way that she views the world. So that was a huge shift in things.
Are you gonna have a lot? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are you gonna have a lot more action sequences this season now that you're off on your own?
I hope so. I think, yeah. Like I mean, there's always some fighting in our show, and I love that stuff. Stunt days are my favorite days.
But I will say that
I always talk about it. So I'm sure I got to do some stuff yesterday.
Charlie's
Yesterday or the day before, some stunty stuff. Which was
everyone else is in this town.
yeah. It's like 4 in the morning and everyone's laughing at me because everyone's exhausted and I'm like this just all the time. White, so happy, walking around with a smile on my face. I'm sure it gets annoying. I'm sure, but I love it. I just love the people. I love the job. I love everything about it. So yeah, it's good. It's all good.
Do you feel the show is, I mean, you took a while to kind of find yourselves, but do you feel the show now is like right on the right path and going in the right direction?
I feel like I don't know, like I'm loving what we're doing. I really am. I just think the stories keep getting, richer, and there's so many places that we can go with it, and I do. I really think that we're doing a good thing here.
If last season was about lore, this season is more about mystery.
Being such a sort of, as you
I
say,
still give
chirpy
answers.
and upbeat person,
Yes.
because Charlie got quite a lot darker in the
Yeah.
second half of last season. Is that quite
I
hard?
really wanted to push through.
Because I got stuff going on inside. I have feelings somewhere. Just kidding. I find a lot of empathy with Charlie, and it's like, I mean, when you're reading a book or you're watching a movie, but when you're reading a book and you get so invested into the character that you're reading, and something happens to them, and you find that you're crying or you're really emotionally distraught by it. I feel like that when I'm, and you should. You should have empathy for the person that you're performing, you're creating. And so getting to reading the things that are happening to her, like, I just try to think about how awful it would be to live. And I've been through my own things in my little life. So there's definitely things I have to draw from, but there's also just really, imagine losing your father, and then somebody who's like a mother to you, and then your only thing that you had loved the most in the world dies right in front of you, and then somebody who's like a sister to you, that, you know what I mean? Like, if you really picture it, I mean, by the end, and that's kind of what happens to her by the end, she's just like, what now? What else?
What happens when you feel destiny?
So it's, for me, it's as an actor, getting to play somebody so rich and with so many different levels and layers and so many crazy things happening to her all the time is a blessing, and I'm thrilled to watch how much further things go and what else we get to do with it.
Just raises them, Lord.